Every thought deserves its moment. This is Overthinking Out Loud. Grab a drink, lean in, and let's overthink it together. Out loud.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Overthinking Out Loud. I'm Jamie.
And I'm Jess.
And today we're continuing the trend of things no one warned us about.
Yep.
But first, how have you been? Because it's been like, I don't know, two-ish weeks since we've seen each other, which actually is kind of a while.
It is kind of a while. I mean, I've just been at home. I feel like I've been busy, but just at home. And also trying not to spend a shit ton of money.
I also feel kind of bad that I asked you that because I don't like when people ask me that question and put me on the freaking spot. It's like, how are you? What'd you do this weekend? I'm like, now I gotta remember. And I don't know why, but I always I freeze up and I'm like, what did I do? What did I do this weekend? What have I done for the last 2 weeks of my life?
People feel like they need to say that they did something.
Yeah.
I don't need to say I did something.
No, I laid down.
Yeah, I worked a lot and adulted quite a bit. Mm-hmm. And yeah.
Yeah.
You're a nut.
I know.
For a big week.
I was traveling a lot and now I'm in the midst of the not doing anything.
Hell yeah. Nice.
So.
Because that was a lot. You were in what? 3 or 4 cities?
I think I was in 5 cities in 2 weeks.
Nice.
Yeah. So that was kind of a lot. But
that's going to be my fall. So
that's my fall too. Oh, wow. Look at us. New city every week.
Look at us. I feel like I'm going to National Harbor, Maryland.
Huh? That's a place?
Yes.
That's a city. National Harbor.
National Harbor, MD, Maryland.
Interesting. They
say it's DC. I've never been to DC either. But I'm going there. So that's fun.
That sounds like a really thrilling city to visit.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm not expecting much. Let's say that. I am not.
At least in the fall will be nice though, right?
Yeah, it's the end of September.
Okay. That's not bad. The weather's nice over there.
Yeah, jumping around. So I leave obviously my event next week, Vegas, home for 2 weeks, go to Portugal for 2 weeks. Immediately after, 2 days I'm home, which is a weekend. Monday I fly to San Francisco for a week. Come back for 1 week. National Harbor, come back for a week. Detroit.
Dang. Wait, I think we talked about this because you and I are both going to be in Detroit, but not at the same time.
Right.
Which is sad.
Which is so sad. And they're for a whole week. Saturday to Saturday.
So much room for activities. So much good food out there too. The weather's going to be nice.
Town. So,
okay.
Again, because that's my homie. Go to Godfrey. Hilton. It's fantastic. They're really great over there. That's where I stay every time. I don't care how I stay there. It's great.
Interesting. I thought you liked the Siren.
You know what?
A haunted hotel of Detroit.
The third time I did it. And then I was like, I just need some modern amenities here,
I stayed there last week and I was like, haunted. Literally, I was going to sleep and I'm convinced the ghost that was in the picture, because I have pictures that are in black and white in every single room of this play.
They do.
And I'm convinced it's each room is haunted by that photograph. The minute I finally started to doze off to go to sleep, something falls in the bathroom. And I'm like, you know what, sir? And I, like a crazy person, I went up to that picture and I was like, you're not doing this. And then I went to bed.
I need to sleep, so you better cut it out.
Yeah.
On to the next person.
It's so funny. But yeah, I love Detroit. I will be in Atlanta this month. And then next month I'm in, it's kind of over the course of months. I go to Chicago and then Detroit. And then immediately after that, I go to Italy. And then I come back, I go back to Atlanta. And then New York, Boston, Miami, Dallas, back to Chicago. Yeah, it's going to be a fun time.
You're going to die. You're going to die.
Got to take my neti pot with me.
I was like, okay, everybody get your IVs. You need to start getting on that subscription of IVs, my friend.
I know, I need to go back to that. It was some good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it does work.
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of being busy and having a lot of things to do, for this week's episode, things no one warned us about, we're focusing specifically on ownership. I got a whole list of stuff that we wrote down before this that we were like, yes, we need to talk about these things.
On top of our other busy lives at work, the other side of our lives.
Yeah, ownership in general. Owning a car, owning a house, owning a boat. Wish I had one, don't have one, but I have a boat. Technically,
yes.
And then just all of the things that come with ownership that you don't think about and no one necessarily tells you. Mm-hmm. One of the things that I think is so funny is that growing up or even just in young adulthood, everyone talks about how it's important to have assets. Like, oh, you have to have assets. Like, that's important. What are your assets? And I'm like, what the fuck is an asset? Like,
What ass eating? Yeah.
yeah. And so
I got one. I'm confused.
yeah. And so it's like these assets that you own, like, why do you own them and when? And also, like, why is it so important too? So I still struggle with that. I'm not gonna lie. The whole like owning things. I don't own much. Truly. Yeah. Like I don't like I owned my car, but then I had to get a new car. So I have like that one. I almost own it, but I have a loan.
Yeah.
And then like rent the house, don't have a boat.
And also boat with an asterisk. Okay. Yeah. So it's a literal aluminum fishing boat. It's like it doesn't have a motor.
It's like a kayak with a motor on it.
Correct. It's pretty much that.
Yeah. But
fish guts everywhere.
Yeah, like I have a lot of stuff, but nothing that counts as an asset. So that's cool. That's good.
Are pets assets? Like I would like to say that they are to our hearts.
I don't know. Well, like my question about assets is like, are assets supposed to be things that are like helpful to own and good and like, you know, kind of raise your like stock value? Because like an animal kind of brings it down in a way.
Yeah, because it's money.
It's just like taking from you all the time. And I love my animals.
There is no money in. It is just
no money in, out. Always money out.
Yeah, assets are technically like things that will make money for you long term is generally the rule of thumb.
Okay, yeah, I have none of those.
I mean, used to be cars, but now it depends on what you get. But like, it's hard. It's hard to get an asset right now. It really is.
Yeah.
For us millennials in our day and age, it's pretty tough.
Millennials and younger. Yeah, we've been screwed a little bit.
We've been a little bit.
And it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I actually don't mind that I don't really own anything. Maybe at like a later point in my life, I'll be like, dang, that kind of sucks. Like I have nothing to my name, but
technically, not to get like I'm a financial planner or anything here, but technically, if you have a 401k, that is asset.
Okay.
Being invested.
I have a 401k.
Nice.
I have an IRA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like if you have all of that, it's already investing in the stock market.
Yeah.
For you, so.
Okay. I also got swindled into cryptocurrency at some point. Or
I'm not sure.
I have like 0.0002 of a Bitcoin.
Let's go.
So I do have assets. Wow, this is good. Okay, people.
When someone says
I'm on the up.
Yeah, you're like, I have investments. That's what you say.
Oh, I have investments.
I have investments.
Yeah. But well, a lot of this stuff is actually kind of. I'm just gonna be grilling you today because you actually do own things, which is good. And like honestly, I think like at our age, especially again, like I feel like our parents they own stuff at our age, and our grandparents own stuff like younger than our age. Yeah. But like our generation and younger, a lot of people just don't own things. So good for you. Round of applause for Jess for owning things.
And also shout out to Chris.
But also there are a lot of things that nobody warns you about with owning things.
Yeah,
a lot of things that come with it. So one of the things that we were talking about, or I wanted to like ask you about, is just all of the hoops that you have to jump through to own specifically like a home. Because I went through the car experience, and we can talk about that later. But like a home, I wouldn't even know where to start. Like I one time at one point in my life applied for a loan for a home.
Okay.
And got approved, which like, wow, okay, my credit's good enough for that.
Yeah.
Crazy. But then I didn't get a home. So I know nothing of the process.
It's so funny because there's so many little nuances about it. And if you see, like in my head, before I even did this, I was like, well, the list price of the home is what you see. Like that's what you pay. No, there's all these hidden fees. There was all these, concessions is what they call them in like the real estate world. And
Session?
yeah, which means like, for example, a concession could be like, I want all the furniture in your house. So like, I'm going to give you your full asking price of X amount, but I want all your furniture.
Oh, so it's like it's things that you add to the contract that you're like, I want this, this, and this if I'm going to pay you for this house.
Right. Pretty much that, or like a negotiation of sorts.
Okay.
Where it's like, oh, I'm only going to pay you like, let's say a home's $500K. I'm only going to pay you $450 because of X, Y, and Z. Meaning X, Y, and Z could be how the inspector, you have to pay for the inspector to come in and make sure that your home is habitable, and making sure, and basically what that person does, and you pay like, I think it's now like $600 or something insane out of pocket before you even buy the home, for this person to come in and be like, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is fucked up, this is fucked up, this is fucked up, this is fucked up.
Okay, actually, I do have a story about that because my sister was trying to buy a home last year because like her rent was just out of control. Like the money they were paying for rent was just outrageous.
Yeah.
And so she was like, we should probably like look into that. So they were kind of in the process of trying to find a home. They literally like tried to get this home. I went with her for the inspection, and the guy like comes back and he's like, foundation's crumbling, like the pipes, they're on their way out. Like literally the house is falling apart essentially. And at that point, my sister, she was like, really like had reached a point of desperation a little bit, and like I totally understand why, but she was just like, okay, like yeah, like we could fix that. And he's like, this is very expensive to fix, like these things are like not cheap. And he was such a nice guy too, but he was just like, they went back to the owners and were like, we'll buy this house from you if you fix X, Y, and Z. Like only some of the things that he found wrong with the home, not even all of them.
Yeah.
He's like, installation's like sucks. And she was like, well, we could pay for that. Like if they could just fix these couple of things. And ultimately the people refused, and they were like, no, we're not going to like pay for these things. You buy the house as is. So she ended up walking away from that deal, luckily. But
See,
I was like,
it's so much effort and it's so stressful. It's so
yeah. It made me feel like, why would I ever want to buy someone else's house? Like should I just be getting a new build? Like, I don't know.
Well, also that because you never fucking know. Like, you never know what hatch job somebody did, whose contractor came in, or quoting contractor.
Yeah,
the handyman.
Whose dad came over and like jerry rigged this.
Correct. Do you know what I mean? Like, you just never know. And so, like, you think that you're buying like this awesome house and you're gonna move in and everything's great, and it's not.
So did that happen to you? Because like I feel like you actually got super lucky.
We did.
When you guys were looking for your home. Like you literally found a home down the street from your rental house. Yeah. And it was like fully had been redone, because it was one of those homes that like someone bought and flipped, right?
Yeah, it was a flip home.
Okay.
And I mean, our neighborhood is pretty solid. Like, those homes have been there for quite a bit. They're older homes, but they're built well.
They were built, yeah, with like good materials before people started taking the cheap way out.
Yeah, and I think exactly. And even in the flip too, like they had custom cabinets and things. So it's like we really got, like, I say this to Chris all the time. I was like, we just got so lucky with this entire thing. Like, it was just pure luck. I was like, this, all the karma in the world, like all the karma that we've collectively had just like fell on us during this moment. Like, because there were multiple offers on the home. So like, that's a whole thing. Like, like people being in bidding wars, and like, people have, like, they have to choose you. They genuinely be like, if there's multiple bids, they have to choose you.
Which is also crazy. So did you have to do anything special, or did you go out of your way to like write a letter, or you did?
Okay. Our realtor was like, hey, you should like submit a photo of your family. So like, it was like Chris, me, and Jet at the time, because we didn't have Rocky. So we just sent in a picture, and we were like, hey, like, this is our first home together. Like, we're newly engaged. Would love, like, we live down the street, we love this neighborhood, yada yada. So, and they chose us over a legitimate like cash offer, even though it was below asking, but
but it was cash.
But it was cash. Which, I mean, again, but they were like, no, we'll pick, literally got picked. It was like just serendipitous.
But that's also so crazy, is that like I had no idea until some of the people around me started trying to buy homes that it was so, like, it could at times be so competitive in the market.
Yeah.
And that you have to basically like beg someone for their home and like give them like a little sob story letter about how much you need it. Like,
could you, right? I want to be on the receiving end of those, honestly. I want to be like, fuck that guy.
Like, this one is not emotional enough for me. I didn't shed a tear.
Did they write this with AI?
Definitely ChatGPT helped with this one.
There's too many flashes.
But like, I had no idea that was something that you had to do. Like I was like, you just buy the house, you're just the first one. Because like when you rent a home, I don't know if like anyone's ever had to like write a crazy letter to try to rent a home, maybe in like a place where you've done that
In college.
that's crazy.
Like, you literally, it was swarms of kids going to every single house showing, like stacks of applications to do it, and you write all the things and whatever. And I honestly, I get it more for renting purposes because it's like you're staying in my home, like I want to know who you are.
Yeah.
Versus like you're buying the house. It's like I don't care anymore. I don't care about the house anymore.
Yeah.
Why a sob story for buying a home? It should be strictly financial, honestly, right? So it's just bizarre.
Yeah, that is really weird. I do remember when John Luke and I first moved to New Mexico, there were just not a lot of houses for rent out there.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were moving out there. I don't know why, but a lot of people were moving out there. And so like the houses were actually like the rent was like going up exponentially for these like crappy little homes. And one of the first homes that we tried to rent was in this like really like not safe neighborhood, like not a good part of town at all.
Oh.
And the house was like cute enough though. And we were like, yeah, like we could make this work. We were kind of desperate at this point because we just couldn't find anything. And when we put in our application, they reached out to us and they're like, hey, like a bunch of people put in applications. Can you just like tell us a little bit like about yourself or whatever? And so I was like, okay, fine. And I like sent a little email. And then this woman literally emails me back and she's like, okay, I have 10 additional questions I need you to answer because there's still like 5 possible people. And I was like, no, I was just like, no, I'm not interested anymore. I'm not doing this. It's a rental property and the house is a dumpster fire. Like, we were like, this is no.
An additional question. Get out of here.
I'm like, wait, yeah, I guess I do understand your point of like renting. Like, this is someone who's like potentially going to live in your home and stuff. But like, that's actually that makes sense.
Blurb was enough. Like, what more?
Yeah, I'm like, girly pop, just pick the first person. I don't care anymore.
Exactly.
And so
if you're this indecisive, could you imagine like being the landlord? Like,
yeah, exactly. I was like, nah, I'm not putting this much effort into this. I don't need to be your friend. I don't need to convince you that I'm worthy of this home that is literally garbage. So didn't do that.
Thank God.
But yeah, like most of the rentals that I had, it was just like whoever had their application in first was who got it.
Yeah.
So, but like when someone's buying a home, it's like, I mean, you're literally like, you have no ties to this home after this. Like you're selling it. So why does it matter so much to you? Yeah. Like just take the highest offer, I guess. Right.
Right. Or like, what's your best interest? Like, or what exactly are you looking to get? Like, are you just needing to get cash and like, who cares? Or what do you want from this?
Yeah.
So interesting, right?
Yeah.
And then like, I remember when we got our cabin and going back to like the furniture thing.
Mm-hmm.
So our realtor was like, you know, you should ask for the furniture because this was an Airbnb before. So it's like brand new furniture. Like they're asking for like higher than normal. So I think that you should get everything, like everything included, TVs, whatever you see here, you should get.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, oh, okay, like, sure. And so anyways, they accept the offer, what have you. Fast forward. We get the keys to the house, we go in. TVs were gone, bar stools were gone. Like, I think it was like some sort of night. Something else was gone. And I guess the owners took them. Mm-hmm. And I guess my realtor called them their seller, or like their realtor.
Yeah.
And was like, absolutely not. They need to return everything that they took. And so the other day, the owners just come back with like TVs and the bar stools.
Were you there when that happened?
No, our realtor was there.
Oh, okay.
And she was like, yeah, no, they brought it all back. And I told them to put it exactly where I found it. They put it back on.
Dang, that's a good realtor.
She's legit. She's legit.
But that's another, you like just said something that I also didn't know about buying homes. And maybe this is just like super naive of me, but I legit like did not know that like the buyer and the seller have like a realtor.
Yeah.
And then also like, who's the broker in all this? Is it, where does this person come in?
I only learned this because I watched Selling Sunset.
Oh. Okay, so see, I haven't watched Selling Sunset. I clearly need to start watching Selling Sunset.
The broker is literally like just a company that they work for. Like,
oh.
Like, I'm sure you've seen like any sign outside that's like, realty executives or
yeah
you know what I mean, like those things. That's the brokerage. So that means that they're operating underneath a well-known real estate brokerage.
And does every realtor have to like work for one? Like, does there have to be a broker like involved in every?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think you can do it like on own, but I guess like what the brokerage does is like helps like on the marketing side of things. Like they promote the house. They
Oh, okay. So they foot the bill for all that.
yeah, like and they all the portals of like you know uploading all your shit and like the admin side of it.
Even like the for sale sign outside, like who paid for that? Who like? Okay, got it. That makes sense. See, had no idea. And then there's also like the thing of like appraisals, which like how does that even work?
It's actually the most terrifying thing in the world.
Because this is what I know about appraisal, which is very little. When you purchase a home, you buy it with like a certain like your loan has a certain percentage like interest, I guess, like attached to it, right? And that's what you're trying to lower when you get your home appraised. See, I know nothing.
I don't know if it's that. I think that's something else.
Okay. You're like, that's on it. Oh, that's refinancing.
That's refinancing. Oh, see, look. You know what? We are in real estate 101 today. I'm here for a. So what's refinancing? Also, but you have to pay for that, by the way.
To get refinanced?
Yes. You can't just do it. You have to like pay fees to do it. It's like $5,000 to refinance.
And you can refinance a vehicle too, right? Okay, interesting.
You basically just find another another bank that is going to give you a better percentage.
Oh, so like even with, because they do this with like credit cards, they'll like you'll get like some random other credit card companies say, hey, like we'll take all of your debt, and then you'll pay us less money. Yep, like in interest. Okay, so that's
got it. So appraising is the worth of your home or what the bank thinks your home is worth. Mm-hmm. So let's say your house is on the market for like $650. Right. So the sellers want $650 for the house. You can essentially go through the whole rigmarole and then the appraisal comes, the appraiser guy. So a guy comes in and appraises the house. That is, I don't exactly know what company he's from. I think he's a third party appraiser. He's not attached to the bank. He's not attached to the real estate agent. He's like, I'm an appraiser type thing. Like
appraiser. I'm an appraiser. So that's the name of his company, appraiser.
I'm just the appraiser. That person comes to the house, appraises the home, right? Then they send you, okay, great. This is how much the home is actually worth. So let's say this house is $650, but he's like, actually, it's only worth $600.
Who does this benefit though?
The banks. So then the banks are like, cool, I'm only going to give you a loan for up to $600. Oh, and now you have to pay the rest. Mm-hmm. So, like, if the seller won't budge, because typically when you get the appraisal, you try to, like, negotiate stuff with the seller and be like, the house is only worth $600. So, like, but if the seller doesn't budge, and he's like, you want it or not? Mm-hmm. And if it's, like, a really competitive market, sometimes you have to pay over what your home is worth.
Interesting. I thought appraisals, like, I thought it was someone who comes to your home before you put it on the market and determines, like, what it's worth so that you like know how much to try to sell it for.
That's literally like a made up number. It's like shits and gigs what you do with your like real estate person.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like your realtor. They're like, okay, we can sell this home based on like it's literally just a made up fucking number.
Yeah, that does make sense because I remember like in John Luke's his parents' neighborhood, there was a home they were trying to sell this home for like over $1 million, and it was just like it was one on the corner that was not worth $1 million, and it was for sale for so long. And I was just like, they won't lower the price. Like they really think this home is worth over $1 million. Like there's no freaking way.
It probably went through multiple appraisals. It probably went through like multiple people were like, yeah, I'm gonna put an offer in, and then it went all the way through the appraisal process, and then they pulled out.
Can you imagine you like put in an offer on a quote $1 million home, and then the appraiser is like, it's actually only worth $600. You're like, wait, what?
Yeah, you'd be like, absolutely fucking not. Oh, there's no way in hell. Why would I do this to myself?
Interesting. Oh my God, I'm learning so much about home buying right now. This is crazy.
It is. It is wild. It's the wild west. I swear.
Yeah. Okay. So there was one thing that you had mentioned, which is there's like this weird dance between the real estate or like salespeople. So what's that like?
Oh, so then You get your home, you're so excited. Yay. The amount of cold calls, solicitors, mail that we get. Sell your
Wait, did the real estate agent like sell your information?
Well, it's all public. It's all public information.
Oh, that seems weird that it's all public information.
Well, yeah. And these people probably pay to have access to these records, but it is technically public information.
Interesting.
So, like, they have our names, they have our phone numbers, they have our address, obviously. And then they will literally send us so much spam being like, you should sell your home now. Look how much it's worth. I'll do it for you. Sell it, sell it, sell it. And I'm like, what is your problem?
But don't you get taxed like crazy if you buy a home and then sell it within 2 years?
2 years. Capital gains.
What is capital gains?
It's
Like,
not-
why does that even matter?
I don't know the answer to that. I think it's a scam.
Is it trying to keep you from like buying and selling, like making money off of buying and selling homes over and over again?
Why not? Also, who's it hurting to just buy and sell things? It's investment. You're just buying it and you flip it and you buy
It's
it.
really just like somebody decided like we need to make money off of this. These people are making money off of this, so we need to make money off of this.
That sounds like us.
There's literally taxes. It's taxes, people. They're making money, so we should be making money off of their money.
Correct. That's how the world goes around, right? So yeah, we get a massive amounts of spam and calls and letters. It is, and they get sneaky now. Like they will literally put like urgent like on your mail, like do not throw away.
Oh, so you think it's like actually something important, like a payment you forgot or vowed or something?
Like the collections or something. I don't know, like a medical bill. Whatever. No, you open it up and it's like, this is how much your home is worth. And
Let
I'm
us
like,
buy it.
"Oh, please let us buy it." And I'm like, get out of my hair, bro. Like,
Ugh.
it's so frustrating. And so like you're dealing with like just like random sellers all the time, just bothering me. We literally had to put a no soliciting sign on our front door because so many people.
Do people even listen to that?
No.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like you can put up that sign, but like people are still gonna solicit.
Also no. And they also know you own your home, so then other people come by, like your solar. Other people.
Yeah.
The pest control, which, to be fair,
The roofers, they're like, well, we just fixed some roof down the street. We saw your roof, so it looks like you need a new roof.
literally.
You know what I love about being a renter is that I could be like, sorry, I don't own this home. Like I do.
I literally say,
I answer the door and I'm like, sorry, I don't own this home. I'm not the owner. I rent. And they're like, oh, okay, all right, see ya. And they just walk away.
I use that now.
You're like, I don't own this.
I don't own it. I don't know. Sorry. I rent. Like, bro, leave me alone. No.
Yeah.
Leave me
Like
alone.
I respect the hustle and no.
Right. But also, walking door to door these days,
Door-to-door sales. Oh.
I can't. Wouldn't be the one. Wouldn't come me.
I used to do like business to business sales. Like I walk into businesses and try to like get them to do, when I was working at Orange Theory, I had to walk into businesses and like try to convince them to like essentially purchase like business workout plans, which nobody's going to do that. If they were going to do it, they would already have done it.
It would have been in their benefits package.
Exactly. So that was brutal. And so I really respect people who do like the door-to-door stuff. It's so, it sucks.
It's so demoralizing. It has to be just constant. Just no.
Well, yeah, also because like I feel like businesses are even gentler with you than a homeowner is going to be. I can't imagine how many times you get like yelled at.
It's like,
Yeah.
do you not see the sun?
Literally. Yeah, that's brutal.
It is brutal.
The other thing that comes with the home too is the insurance. So you own your home, but now you have to get insurance to protect your home. But then the insurance actually only works for certain things and it only pays you out a certain amount of money for things either. Like and just like warranties in general.
Yeah.
So this is going to sound so dumb, but you don't purchase like a warranty for your home, right? You just have the insurance.
There's things that you buy that have warranties, like your
Oh, wait, like your fridge, your like washer, dryer, the things that you purchase for your home have warranties.
Yes.
But not the home itself.
No.
That makes sense. That was a dumb question. So the insurance though, have you had any issues with your insurance, like trying to get insurance to cover something where they're like,
Well, it's weird because at the cabin, it's really hard to get home insurance and it's actually really expensive.
Wait, why? Because there's so many fires up there? Or?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, like, a lot of insurances don't want to take on your home because of fire danger. Like, they don't want to be liable for it. So they are just like, no, I'm not going to cover your home. Like, you're on your own. And so, like, you have to literally go with a local person.
Wow.
Like a local entity to give you your insurance.
Yeah. I actually saw this thing recently about how some of the like home insurers in Arizona were dropping their like fire coverage.
Yeah. Or like flooding too. Like that's not normal. Like you have to add in flooding. Like that's not a normal cover.
Oh, there are all these like premium things that you have to add on to the insurance. Exactly. See, like I've obviously never had to do home insurance, but when I was like doing my car insurance.
Yes.
Because I've switched car insurances like I think twice or something since I like went off my family's insurance and like became an adult. Yeah, I wish I was still on dad's insurance. But anyway, when I was like picking my insurance, they have like a billion different things that you can add on. And just reading it, I was like, I don't know. Like I don't know if I need, up to $1 million in coverage for like the other person in an accident. Like would it actually cost $1 million? Like do I really need to pay this premium? It's like so stressful trying to decide what you care about versus what you don't care about and like what you're willing to risk it on versus not risk it.
Yeah.
And then there's that whole thing where it's like it's illegal to not have insurance, which I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I've always thought that was really interesting too, that it, like you like by law have to have insurance.
Yes.
Do you by law have to have insurance for your home though?
No, I actually don't know.
I mean, I guess your like house can't get into an accident with another house, so
True. Yeah, it's like it's like yeah, it's not, maybe it's because it's not affecting anybody else but you. You don't have to, right? But like you are sharing a road with others.
Yeah.
Therefore, you must have insurance. That makes sense.
yeah.
If I had to say, I would say no, but I'm not sure actually.
Okay.
But like, it's funny because I had an old Jag that I drove around
I loved that, Jag.
until it wasn't. No offense, Dad.
It was adorable. It was
It was adorable until it stopped working.
but it was adorable.
It was so great until it wasn't. But I drove that thing all through college. It was the best. And so one day I parked it on the street in my college town. And literally a drunk driver totaled it. It was just parked on the side of the road. And I went to go back.
You have had like bad car luck because someone stole your car in college and then this new car got totaled by a drunk driver when it's parked.
When it's parked in my car. I wouldn't have parked there ever. I literally never parked there. I just parked there for the night because I knew I was going to go out drinking. That was it. I was trying to be responsible. I parked the car. I left it. I went home. I Ubered home. I ride-shared home. Get back the next day. There's a literal card from the cop like, please call.
How crushed was it?
Crushed.
Yeah, because that was like a tiny little thing.
Crushed. But again, because it was a hit and run, we didn't have insurance for hit and run. It was just if I hit somebody versus somebody hits me and like.
So you had to pay out of pocket? Did it fit?
Out of pocket? Yeah, sorry, Dad.
This is part of that college experience.
And like I think we had to tow it all the way to California.
Wait, where was it?
Well, sorry. I was in California.
Some of those cities are so far apart. It feels like it's going to a different state.
It is. It does feel that way. I think, well, it's 4 hours away from my, so like we had to tow it 4 hours.
Yeah.
To my dad's mechanic to get it fixed up. And I had to drive a rental car the whole time. So I also had to pay the rental car. Like it was just.
Well, okay, so there's this other thing that you told me about, which I didn't know. And like literally no one has mentioned this before. That when you. Oh, there's someone at the door. No. Nope. Leave it. Leave it.
They're gone anyway.
Doggy's trying to bark. But one thing that I had not known before was that like when your car is totaled, you have to like report it to the DMV that you totaled it but fixed it or something. Like didn't you,
Salvage title.
Oh, salvage title. Okay, so like what is that about?
So salvage title is essentially you telling the DMV or MVD or whatever it is in your state that, hey, my car got totaled, but I fixed it.
Okay.
And essentially, it's basically like buying a refurbished phone or a refurbished laptop. Like, it was broken, but I fixed it, but it's not new.
Okay.
So typically when a car has like a salvage title, it's basically impossible to sell because nobody wants a salvage title car.
Yeah.
And really what that does is for like insurance is like they'll pay you out on what they think the car is worth. So for example, if you do salvage title and you're like, hey, it's totaled, regardless of what happened, they'll pay you out on what they think it's worth. So my dad's like, well, I'm going to own this forever. So like, yeah, let's just do salvage title. Like, who cares? So he was able to get some money back at what he put into it to fix it. So, but it was funny because when I finally sold it out of family, like what, at the beginning of the year, I think?
Yeah, it had to have been like maybe January, February or something this year.
It also, like, the whole like car selling process.
Oof.
Jamie saw it firsthand. I was in a panic, like a literal panic. I was so unprepared for the selling of this vehicle. I didn't know that you needed a bill of sale. I didn't know that you needed all of these things and have people sign things. And I'm like,
Yeah, didn't you need like a letter that was just you literally hand wrote?
I don't have a printer.
You didn't have a printer, so you wrote on a piece of like lined paper, like, I hereby give this card to this man.
I literally wrote a contract on binder paper, bro. It was so putting the X with the signature so they could sign on the line.
Yeah. It was like, this is now your car.
And then I just like took a picture of it thinking it was like law abiding. Like, what am I doing? Oh my God.
Oh, I can't remember what that was for. It wasn't it just saying like, because he had to go to like the DMV with the car and like basically transfer the title over. So that was the paper that essentially said like he was allowed to do that. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's like the title and then it was like a bill of sale. So like you could give somebody your the title and then like have no record of selling the car. Like now it's just that person's.
Oh yeah.
So in order to be not liable for what they do with that car, you have to submit a bill of sale.
That was your bill of sale.
Straight the fuck up. My God, it was. I somehow, some way.
So and it worked out.
It worked out.
So like he ended up going to the DMV and like eventually he got it all taken care of. That guy was a little bit sketchy though. I was
yeah, he haggled
you over.
He haggled me down for sure. But I will say,
literally, he took it for a test drive. This car was smoking. He took it for a test drive around the block, and by the time he got back, that shit was smoking. And he was like, "What's that?"
And I was like, "I don't know, bro."
Oh man, I don't know. That's rough.
I'm just like, yeah. I mean, it needs a lot of coolant. I don't fucking know. And oh my God, and the worst part was like it needed gas. But it has an electric gas opener thing. Like the panel to get to the gas cap is electric. And there's no physical way to open it. It is electric. Like you can't just like plop it open like a normal gas can, like flat thing. No. And it wouldn't open for him. I kept pressing the button and it was just like, and I was like, oh my God, how is this guy gonna get gas? Like, and I'm trying to pry it open and it's not prying open. And I was just like, this thing is going down.
Yeah. And you could tell his wife was just like, what is this man doing? Like why is he buying this junk?
It is, man, I'm surprised I even got what I got for it, but I'm just like, the fact that he was driving off and it was smoking is just an image I will never get out.
Yeah, he still took it. He wanted that car back.
He really did. He really did. Oh my God.
That was too good. Yeah, but there was so much. Yeah, that was kind of crazy. Like, I didn't think about when you're selling a car, where you like own the title. It's a big deal. And actually, you know what's funny is that when John Luke and I first moved to New Mexico before we moved back to Arizona, we had that 2-year stint, but like when we got there, I had to like re-register everything. Like I had to get like a new ID, I had to re-register my car and everything, and I literally just walk in like, yeah, I gotta register my car, and they're like, okay, like you have the title, and I was like, nope.
What the fuck
like,
is that?
Who has your title? I'm like, VW. I like, you need, and they like told me that I needed to get it transferred, and that was like, that took weeks, like going back and forth trying to figure out like, because like the DMV will like request the title from the people, you give them the contact information, and then if they don't send it, then you have to basically like be the middleman trying to like get them to send the title over and stuff. And that I just like had never thought about that. I was like, I don't know, like it's my car, like I have the information that I bought the car, but like I don't, what else am I supposed to prove to you?
Right. You're like, actually, you know who owns the bank?
So literally. Oh my god.
How about we get the bank involved?
Yeah. I remember I had to go, I think I went in like 3 separate times to try to register this car with the state of New Mexico. And by the time, on the 3rd time, when she was like, still can't help you, I'm pretty sure I left and I cried in my car. And I was like, I'm so stressed out by this. Like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And eventually, like, they did send the title over and everything, and it like worked out. But I was like, this should not be this hard. It should not be this hard.
And that's why people don't follow the rules. It's because it's too hard to.
Yeah.
Too hard to follow the rules.
There's so many loopholes that you have to like jump, like, or there's so many hoops you have to jump through to like do things the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they wonder why people are like, meh. Fine, I'll do that later or whatever.
Yeah, I'm like, or at all.
Yeah. The other thing that, okay, so we wrote down depreciation. Depreciation is insane because, first of all, when you buy a car, the minute you drive it off a lot, it's like you lost thousands of dollars. It's ridiculous. I've never bought a new car, but I know people who have. Like, my friend bought a car that she ended up returning like a week later.
No way.
She bought an electric vehicle and didn't realize how difficult that is to have a fully electric vehicle in the state of Arizona when you don't have like a home and a garage to plug it into, you know? So decided this isn't going to work. Let's get like a hybrid, and then tried to, you know, obviously like return the car less than a week later. And luckily everything shockingly worked out and they allowed her to do it. But yeah, they were like, no, the car like immediately depreciated the minute you drove it off the lot, so like we can't give you back like all your money. Like, we're gonna get
Like a trade-in.
It was like a trade-in.
What?
Yeah, she traded it in for a hybrid and lost money on it because the minute she drove it off the lot, it was no longer valued.
That's how they get you.
Yeah.
You know those dealerships and you see all those guys just standing outside? Every time I drive by the dealerships, I'm like, all you guys just standing outside.
Yeah, it sucks because like they live off of commission. Like, I feel like commission-based jobs really suck. And I've had a commission-based job before. And I hate it. I hate sales regardless. But like, I had a commission-based job and it sucked because like I didn't have it in me. Like, I wasn't built for like trying to convince people to get something they didn't need. Mm-hmm. And I didn't believe in like trying to convince people like, oh, this like is worth the money. So yeah, I was a horrible salesperson. But like the salespeople at car dealerships, like you have to be like ready to just like, I don't know. I don't want to say like all car salespeople are like sneaky and stuff, but I feel like, yeah, you have to be okay with like tricking people into getting things they don't need and tricking them into spending more money than they need to spend.
Yeah.
Like when you like know, oh, this car is only worth like 10 grand, but we're selling it to this person for 15. And also like the tires are on their way out. Like my car. So I got my car. I love my car, by the way. But when I bought it, it was because my other car had just taken a complete dump on me. And I unfortunately had like a bunch of upcoming travel. I was supposed to be like driving across the state and all this stuff. And I was like, I need a car. Like I can't take my time like window shopping for a car, you know? And of course, like I called my dad and I was like, Dad, what do I do? And he was like, well, you should wait. You should really think this through. You should shop around. I was like, buddy, I don't have time for that. I have to be in another state in 3 days. And so I opted to purchase, like I had a Jetta and I opted to like go through Volkswagen to get another Volkswagen.
Right.
And the car that I got like was actually, I mean, it was like in really good shape and like amazing, but there were certain things that they just didn't disclose.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know that I should probably like look at the tires and see what brand they are in and what shape they're in and like try to demand that they give me new tires or something. Like, you know, like the whole concessions thing, like saying like, oh, well, I'll buy the car if you do X, Y, and Z. Right. And so there were so many things that I just like didn't think about. And within the first year that I had it, I had to replace all the tires because they had given me crappy tires. And like I took it into discount just to get like the rotation, and they're like, these are literally about to blow. Like these are bad tires. So I had to get all new tires. I had to get like an oil change and all these things that I didn't even think to ask about because I was like, how old was I? I mean, I was still old enough to probably know better. I think it was almost 5 years ago. Yeah, so I was definitely old enough to know better. I was like 25.
I mean,
but I had never bought a car before.
Right.
Like my old car, my dad had like helped me buy it. And this was my first time where I was like literally by myself trying to like buy a car. And they give you like a packet that's like this thick and you're like, I don't know what I'm signing for. Like literally just signing everything away. Like,
But fuck it. I just need the car and the keys in my hands. Gotta sell it.
yeah. And I thought I had such a good deal. I actually do think I got the car for a good deal. They were trying to get that off the lot fast.
Yeah.
But there were just things I didn't think about that like I hadn't talked to anyone about. I guess I just assumed like, oh, these people like aren't bad people. Like they wouldn't trick me. That's literally their job too.
Well, that's exactly. The more money they make, the more money is for their families and what have you. So it's like you can't dog them, but at the same time, you're like, if you don't know what questions to ask,
Yeah.
no one teaches you these things.
No.
No.
I don't know. Some people like you might be lucky and like
That's true.
You were taught appropriately. But honestly, like my dad's an incredible human being, but like he did a lot of things for me. So I didn't learn like how to do those things.
Right.
And so then when I was an adult, I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then like I would do something and he'd be like, why did you do that? Like, why did you handle it that way? You should have asked these questions. And I was like, you know what, Dad? You weren't there to help me. I had to do this on my own. Yeah. So definitely like I feel like a lot of those things you just have to, I guess, learn by experience. But at the same time, like, do you? Or could somebody have told me these things in advance?
Things we should have.
Yeah. And even like one of the things we wrote down was like owning animals.
Yeah.
Is owning animals.
It's so fun at first, right? Oh my god, I want this. Oh my gosh, or whatever pet you want to own. You're like, it's great. And then you're like, oh cool. I have a dog that has a incurable disease and that I need to get medication that costs $200 a month. Awesome.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. You're like signing on to whatever happens. And you always assume when you get an animal, like they're going to be healthy forever. But there's so many things that you just don't see coming.
No.
Because like your dog, how long did you have him before you were like, oh, something's wrong?
Like probably 6 months.
So it wasn't that long. So like, see, you definitely like already had the condition when you got him, you think?
For sure. He already had the condition when I got him.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Can we say?
Yeah, it's valley fever.
Yeah. Okay. So he had valley fever. I was just like, can I say this? Yeah. So he had valley fever, and like you only had him for 6 months, and then all of a sudden, like valley fever is incredibly expensive. My sister's dog had valley fever, and it was just like rough. And if it's untreated, then like their body literally starts to fall apart.
Yeah.
And
It's life-saving medication that you have to give every single day.
yeah, and then also like some animals, like if you're lucky, it will over time, like after all this medication and tests and stuff, it will go dormant. But it never goes away, and it can be like riled up again. It can, like
depending on stress levels, whatever, like food that you feed them.
yeah, and also it's like in a state like Arizona, valley fever is, I mean, like it's much more common to get valley fever in Arizona than it is in any other state.
Yeah.
I remember like when we got our dog, I was like so afraid to let her like run around in dirt, like the dust that would get kicked up and stuff, because like that's actually very common for them to get valley fever.
Their noses are in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so expensive, and like just owning animals in general is very expensive. Like you don't think about how much money you're gonna have to spend monthly to take care of this thing.
Yeah.
Because like when you're a kid, your parents pay for it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, okay, I have to feed the dog. Well, I'm not buying the food, so like, sure, I'll feed the dog every morning and night. And you don't think about how expensive it is to like to feed another mouth.
Yes.
And it's just wild because you have 2 dogs that eat a lot. They're humongous dogs.
Yeah, they're bad. And like just aging, like having an aging pet too is so crazy. Like you're like, wow, like it's basically like taking care of an old old person. Like,
well, they have to have like supplements for their joints, and then their stomach can no longer handle that. So we have to do this kind of food.
make food every week.
Yeah.
Now we have to buy like literally $50 a month worth of like sticky socks so that he doesn't fall on the floor, on the tile. Like it just adds up. And like his pain medication, because now we're just like on like here's just pain meds so you don't hurt your you don't feel anything pretty much. And it's like just things just add up. Like even yesterday I had to go take Rocky to get his teeth cleaned for the first time because the vet recommended it, which again, yeah, his teeth were pretty bad. $1,300.
Yeah, dental work for animals is so expensive.
It's insane. And the doctor's like, yeah, you typically want to do this once a year. I was like, girl, I really not. It is once a year.
I'll be giving him frozen carrots to clean his teeth.
Correct. I was like, absolutely not. Also, so traumatizing for the dog.
Yeah.
He was high as a kite when we got him home. He's like,
And like, this is not to say that dental work is not important for animals. It's just that it's really, really expensive. Like, we have dental insurance. I pay $30 maybe at most out of pocket for getting my teeth cleaned. Most of the time I pay $0 because I have good insurance through work. But like an animal, you're paying everything out of pocket.
Yeah.
And even when you get animal insurance, like it only covers so much.
Yes.
Like I feel like they're just kind of stealing from you for the most part because they have so many stipulations about like, well, we'll cover this but not this and blah 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 and
like excessive thing, like excessive. Like they don't cover anything excessive. And I'm like,
what is excessive?
when I go to the vet, that means something excessive is happening.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
what's happening.
Well, and then also there's the whole like pre-existing conditions. You can't get insurance if your animal has a pre-existing condition.
Yeah, you're like, well, how do you not? Okay, see, this is the dumbest shit, right? Because I didn't know Rocky had a disease, right? I take him to the vet. They find out he has a disease. I was supposed to get insurance immediately. I was supposed to go get pet insurance. I have a dog. I'm getting pet.
But don't they? I think they have to do a checkup before they even give you. You have to prove that your dog
Was healthy.
or is healthy before you can even get the insurance. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So, because
I actually didn't even go through that much because I knew I was like, there's no fucking way.
yeah,
What? You have to prove that it's healthy and then they'll cover your dog?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, it's the same with human beings. Like, you can't get certain insurances if they know that you've had like certain health issues over the years. Like, you can get dropped from your insurance for having like
Why is it
really bad health. I know, right? I in college, the restaurant I worked at, the chefs there, they like had this cat and they wanted to get rid of the cat because their dog was stressing it out. And they were like, this poor cat, like we've had her for years, but like the dog's stressing her out. Like, would you take her? And I was living with my sister at the time. She's like, yeah. So we taken this cat.
So awesome.
My sister hates cats. Like literally, she doesn't like anything that lives. That sounds crazy. She doesn't like taking care of animals, is how I should say it.
Sure.
And so we get this cat. She doesn't want to take care of it. And I'm like, you're the reason why we got the cat in the first place. You begged me to have this cat. And I was like, fine, whatever. Like, we can have the cat. And then the cat wasn't getting better. Like, when we got her, she was super thin and like was peeing all over the ground. I knew nothing about cats because I had never had one. Well, it turns out if your cat is not using the litter box, something's wrong. Your cat is sick or really pissed off about something. Like, our cat will poop on our bed if we're out of town for too long, like just out of anger.
Yeah.
Straight up. Just out of spite. She'll be like, you've been gone too long, poops on the bed. But like, for the most part, if your cat is like peeing all over the place, like, it's sick. I did not know this. And so we took her to the vet and they were like, oh yeah, this cat has really horrible diabetes, like really bad. This cat is very sick. Like, it's beyond the point of being like a fat diabetes cat. It's actually losing weight now. Like, it's like just,
Ew.
she would constantly eat, constantly drink water, constantly poop and pee all over the place. And the old owners were just like thinking she was just stressed out, I guess. And so, or they knew, and then they were like, let's get rid of this cat. Hard to say, but I was like, this cat is very ill. We should put it down.
Yeah.
She was like 13 too. She was like a little bit up there in age, and like
It's also like not trying to go through.
we'd had her for like a couple of weeks. Like, she was really, really sick. And my sister cried and was like, we can't do it. We can't put this cat down. And like convinced me to keep the cat. So then the cat doesn't have insurance. And which, like, again, I didn't know until I tried to get insurance for her that she couldn't get insurance because of her pre-existing condition. And then I had to pay out of pocket. So cats, the diabetes that they get is like humans. And so you are purchasing insulin. Like, you're purchasing actual like diabetes insulin that humans use. And so I'd buy these little bottles of insulin from this like pharmacy, hundreds of dollars. It was like, I want to say I was spending $400 a vial for this tiny little thing. And then I had to buy syringes. And every single time that cat ate, I had to give her a syringe of insulin in her back. And so it was like, couldn't travel because like if somebody, you know, like, it's a lot to ask someone to like give your cat a shot every time it eats, even though she like literally just let it happen. Like, a lot of people don't even like being around syringes.
Yeah.
So it was like, you're just like tied to this animal that you can't ever leave. and you have to be home for every single meal, and it has to be at a very specific time.
Right.
And they have to eat very specific prescribed like medicine food. It was insane. I spent
Sounds like thousands.
like, and the cat only lived for a couple years. She ended up like her lungs collapsed eventually. And yeah, that was like rough because also nobody warns you about putting your animal down for the first time
Awful.
either. That was horrible. Very traumatizing experience because I'd never done that before.
So awful.
And so, yeah, it's just like, it was all these things. It was thousands and thousands of dollars I spent on this cat because like after my sister convinced me to keep her alive, then she ended up being essentially my responsibility. And like I ended up when I moved out from my sister's house, I like kept her with me. And yeah, I was like, well, like I'm not going to put her down now that she's like actually healthy.
Right.
You know, like I had my chance.
Well, you're like, now I'm just killing her. So
Yeah. So it's just like one of those things, like you don't get warned about like owning an animal and all the money. Like you've probably spent thousands of dollars on Rocky.
Oh yeah. It's insane how much. But again, they're a part of the family. They're literally like having a child.
Yeah. Like, and you love them with your whole heart. You can't imagine not taking care of them and like not paying for these crazy things.
Well, that's the thing. It's like but I think like people are like, oh, it's so just like you just have a pet. It's like no, like it's a very serious thing. It's very serious.
Mm-hmm.
It's a family. You're basically buying a family member.
You are.
Yeah,
You're buying a family member. And it's expensive to own a family member.
It is.
To be responsible for a family member.
right.
Yeah, it's like there's just so many different things that come with ownership.
Yeah.
That are just wild. And I haven't even like begun to like, right? I said I have very few assets. I own very few things. But yeah, there's just like so many little details that nobody ever tells you about until it's too late and you're like, oh, I'm finding out. And it's like in hindsight, I should have known these things.
Well, yeah, you're like, okay, I guess I'm learning by doing.
Now I know why all these young people are letting ChatGPT make all their decisions for them.
Honestly, not above it. I'm not above it.
I haven't done that. I haven't gone to that level yet of using AI chats, but I'm like, you know what? Maybe if I had this when I was younger, I wouldn't have made some of these errors.
Yeah, you know, right? If you like, at least you get some education.
Yeah.
Around it. Oh my gosh. Would love to hear though your guys's fails or wins around ownership. Would love to hear it.
Yeah, because we're all struggling through it.
Literally, nobody knows what we're doing. Nobody.
No, we don't know what we're doing, and we probably never will.
Nope.
And I think the only way that we can get through it is to kind of just laugh about all of the
Just laugh through it.
yeah,
honestly.
just laugh through it and tell us about it
Yeah.
because it's funny.
It's good.
All right, well, we'll see you next time. Easter.